Hello everyone. This is going to be a 225 Q&A test. Plaintiff attorney is Mr. Harrison, Harrison. Again, Mr. Harrison, Harrison. And this is just going to be the plaintiff and the answer, question and answer at 225. Ready? Here we go. Can you please tell us what that is? It is a picture of Rachel in front of her vehicle. Before moving into the investigation itself, you, I think, had mentioned that Rachel had some younger sisters. Could you tell me their names, please? Amber and Annie. I'm sorry, can you say that again? Amber and Annie are their names. Thank you. How much younger were Amber and Annie than she? I think there's 11 years difference between Amber and Rachel, and then Annie is 2 years younger than Amber. And could you describe the kind of relationship that Rachel had with her younger sisters? Well, they were very close. Rachel always wanted a sister, and they spent a lot of time together shopping or watching movies or just spending time together. All right, did Rachel spend time with her sisters at your home ever? Yes, they did, and Rachel would come over on Sunday nights a lot because their 3 favorite shows were on, so they would watch it all together and goof off and make cookies. All right, were Sunday nights kind of a family night or a regular time for all of you to get together and spend time together? That is right. The kids would always stop in on a Sunday sometime during the day so we could have family time. Shelley, I'm going to direct your attention to Sunday, October 30 of 2005. Do you remember that actual day? Yes, I do. Could you tell the jury what you remember about Sunday, the 30th of October? Well, my dad's birthday is October 31st, Halloween, so the day before, my whole family got together at his house and we just celebrated his birthday during the day. Was Rachel in attendance at that party, at that family party? Yes, she was. Were the rest of the siblings there as well? Yes, they were. Everyone was there. What happened that night, if you recall? That night we milked the cows, and then Rachel came home at about 7 because Extreme Makeover Home Edition was coming on and she wanted to watch it with the girls. So she was at your house? That is right, she was at our house. All right, do you know about what time Rachel left your home on the 30th? I would say it was after 10 o'clock. It was pretty late. Okay, did you know what Rachel's work schedule was the next day? That is the 31st of October? No, I did not. How often during the week would you speak with your daughter Rachel? Well, she might stop in once or twice a week or just call. It depends on how busy she was, or if she was busy, if we were busy on the farm, you know. On the 31st of October 2005, how old was Rachel? She was 25. Had Rachel ever been married? No, she was never married. And at that time, that is on the 31st of October 2005, was Teresa involved in any kind of a relationship? Did she have a boyfriend or anything like that? No, she didn't. Mrs. Poole, when was the first time that you had heard that Rachel was missing? On Thursday, November 3rd, about 1 o'clock, Todd Berry called me, and he was concerned about Rachel because she hadn't showed up at the studio on Tuesday or Wednesday, and he had said that she always stopped in at least once a day, even if she wasn't really busy that day. But he said what really worried him was that all of her cell phone, her voicemail was full. He got a message saying that, and that was very unusual for Rachel because that was her business phone also, and for her not to return. So somebody's messages was, for her messages to be filled up, it was very odd. It was odd for her to do, so that worried him too. Do you know what kind of cell phone Rachel had? Yes, I do. Will you tell the jury, please? She had a Motorola Razr V3 or something like that. I'm going to hand you what has been marked for identification as exhibit number 8. Can you tell the jury what that is, please? It is a receipt for her cell phone. And do you know if that receipt has a date on it? That is, do you know when she purchased her Motorola Razr V3 cell phone? Yes, I do. It says August 30, 2005. Okay, I'm going to show you also what's been marked for identification as exhibit number 9. I'm going to have you turn to the last page of that exhibit and ask you if you can identify this as the cell phone provider contract with a singular phone. Yes, it is. Does that include, and by the way, is that the same date of October 30, 2005? Yes, it does. And does it include the make and model of her phone towards the bottom? That is a Motorola cell phone. Yes, it does. Mrs. Poole, on the 3rd of November, after being informed of Rachel's business partner that she was missing, could you tell the jury what you and the other family members did? Well, I called Rachel's 2 brothers, Jeff and Mike, to ask if they had seen or heard from her. They both said no. Then I told them about Todd Barry calling me, so they got worried too, and then they started calling people around. And in the meantime, my husband was out plowing in a field. I went out and brought him home, and I said, we need to look for Rachel to find out where she is. And then he went out, and Rachel had a roommate. He went and talked to the roommate, and he asked if he had seen her in the last 3 days. And while he did that, I called Auto Trader magazine to see when the last time they had heard from her, and I didn't get an answer right away. So then I called the Fountain County Sheriff's Department. Were there other citizens, not only family members, but other citizens, even on that first day, even on the 3rd, that were trying to help locate Rachel? That is right. We called Rachel's friends, or Jeff and Mike started, and they in turn called other people. We had a lot of people looking for her by phone. Were you able, even on that first day, even on the 3rd of November, to try to retrace her steps from when she was last seen? That is on the 31st of October. Yes, my son Mike was able to get into Rachel's cell phone records. All right. We do have a word list. We've got Rachel, capital R-A-C-H-E-L. Amber, capital A-M-B-E-R. Annie, capital A-N-N-I-E. Mrs. Poole, capital P-O-O-L. Todd Barry, capital T-O-D-D. Barry, capital B as in boy, A-R-R-Y. Extreme Makeover Home Edition, capital E-X-T-R-E-M-E, space. Makeover is one word, capital M-A-K-E-O-V-E-R, space, capital H on home, space. Edition, capital E-D-I-T-I-O-N. Jeff, capital J-E-F-F. Mike, capital M-I-K-E. Motorola Razr V3, capital M-O-T-O-R-O-L-A, space. Razr is all caps, capital R, capital A, capital Z, capital R, no periods, space, capital V as in Victor, and the number 3. Singular, capital C-I-N-G-U-L-A-R. Shelley, capital S-H-E-L-L-Y. Fountain County Sheriff's Department, capital F-O-U-N-T-A-I-N, capital C on county, capital S on sheriffs, it's apostrophe S, capital D on department. And then the last word is name that we have is Auto Trader Magazine, capital A-U-T-O, capital T-R-A-D-E-R. Auto Trader is one word, but make sure you capitalize the A and the T. Magazine, capital M-A-G-A-Z-I-N-E. And that concludes our 225 Q&A test. Good luck.